system. We respect Indonesia's sovereignty, but we do deplore what's been done, and this cannot be simply business as usual. For that reason, once all the courtesies have been extended to the Chan and Sukumaran families, our ambassador will be withdrawn for consultations.
I won't see him again, and they're going to take him at midnight and shoot him, and he's healthy, and he's beautiful, and he's a lot of compassion for other people. I am asking the government not to kill him, please. The President, please don't kill him today. Please don't call out the execution. Please don't kill my son.
9 ambulances, not for the living, but for the dead. 9 crucifixes for convicted drug smugglers, all but one shot at night. Hours earlier, their coffins have been readied as families of the condemned, 2 Australians, 4 Nigerians, an Indonesian and a Brazilian, went to say their last goodbyes. Mary Jane Veloso, the only woman, was spared.
And they're going to take him at midnight and shoot him, and he's healthy, and he's beautiful, and he's a lot of compassion for other people. I am asking the government not to kill him, please. The President, please don't kill him today. Please don't call out the execution. Please don't kill my son.
An investigation had been launched into bribery allegations against their judge, but the Indonesian government insisted that the executions go ahead anyway. On Monday, Andrew Chan married his counsellor, who collapsed in grief as she set off to see him for the last time.
Mr. Abbott, please do your best to get these boys home.
A slew of Australian celebrities demanded action from their leaders to stop the killings.
I stand for mercy.
Visiting Anzac war graves, Australia's Prime Minister made an 11th-hour plea for the lives of Chan and Muran Sukumaran.
It is not in the best interests of Indonesia. It is not in accordance with the best values of Indonesia. This doesn't accord with the Indonesia that I know well and respect very greatly to go ahead with something like this.
But the condemned were taken to a clearing somewhere in here, tied to poles, told to kneel or stand, and then shot dead. 2 years ago, Sukumaran told Sky News of his life on death row.
After a long time, stuff just wears you down, and after 8.5 years, it does feel heavy, and it does weigh heavily, especially on our families.
Are you frightened?
Yes.
Indonesia's government has pledged to execute more than 130 drug offenders on death row this year. A third of them are foreigners and include British grandmother Lindsay Sandiford. She has had all appeals for clemency rejected. Sam Kiley, Sky News.
From Sky News that would talk about the execution in Indonesia. And, you know, Professor Omoosagie, let's take a look at this, you know, from the human point of view first, before we start going, is it the legal part and the international relations aspect of it. How would a normal human being feel when you know that someone is going to be sniffing life out of you on a date?
Look, it's sad. It's really sad. I mean, but again, countries live by rules. And that's a country that has taken the issue of drug peddling or whatever to the highest level. I might not agree that I think that is the best possible judgment or punishment for that offense, but that's their rule. That's what they want to do. That's what they've decided to do. So these people are not the first people they are killing. I mean, the report tells us they still have about over 100 on their death list. I mean, to be punished by death for drug peddling. Now, and there are a lot of countries in that Southeast Asian part and that's what they do. Now, we might not like it, but it's a punishment for an offense.
An offense. Okay, let's take it from there now. We say it's a punishment for an offense. Good. Yeah. But countries try to step into this. Australia sent a high envoy to them. Nigeria also tried to play because we had 4. I think we had the highest number of citizens who were executed in this
first time.
Exactly. And I think people also need to know that it wasn't a rush-hush kind of thing. These were people who have been standing trial as far back as 2005.
Yeah, 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years trial. Yeah, so. And then at this point, when countries woke up to this and started sending their envoys to say, okay, what can we do? Don't you think this may cause a strain in relationships between Indonesia, Australia, Brazil, and Nigeria, the countries affected?
Look, when we say a strain, I mean, it depends on what you do with that country. Australia and Indonesia, for Australians, Indonesia is really more of a tourist destination for them. That's probably what they have most going for them in relationship. A lot of Australians go to spend a lot of vacations in Indonesia. Nigeria and Indonesia, very little goes on between both countries. I mean, as far as I know. But again, it's not about a strained relationship. It's about, this is what they do. I mean, I don't know what we have the death penalty for in Nigeria, but I want to believe that if we have a foreigner that's on death row in Nigeria, we'll carry out the same punishment. If we can kill our own people for the same crime, I mean, if you make the mistake or you commit the offense in Nigeria, we'll have to do the same.
And this has happened before in the era of while the newly elected president was a military head of state, right?
Yes. We did. I think we executed 3 young men at that time. I mean, look, at that time, the only problem people had with it was that the law was backdated, I think, for 1 or 2 of the young men that were executed at that time. And just like it has happened now, a lot of countries came out to plead on their behalf. Not necessarily because they were their citizens or because it was that a lot of people saw that you can't use a backdated law which carries such a harsh punishment as death on people that when they committed the crime, it was not a death penalty. That was really the issue at that time.
Okay, so how do you think this may affect Indonesia's perception, the look, what people think about them in the long run?
I don't think it has much to do. Look, if you want to visit Indonesia, I think where they have that famous seaside resort, Bali, out there in Indonesia, look, people will still go there. Look, how many people are drug pushers, If I want to go to Bali, I'm not thinking about drugs and all that. But as a rule, I try not to go to countries where I don't speak the language because I always feel that language is a heavy impediment, especially when there's trouble. So I visit England and I go to Ghana.
To places where you understand their language. Okay, Professor Omoosagie, that's the much you could take with you this morning. I'm so grateful you joined us. We're very appreciative. And if you would say in the last word to Nigerians or to our viewers, what would you say about the ongoing crisis in Africa?
Look, again, Africans need to create and believe in an institution. If it's a democratic process, let's stick with it. We can't continue to try to change it on our own personal whims, It happened in Ivory Coast with Laurent Gbagbo that wanted to sit in power after he lost an election. I mean, you ran an election the first time you won. You took over power. When you lost, you refused to go. We can't keep doing things like that. It makes us look bad, not just to the outside world, even to our own people. We are starting to grow as a people. The maturity of a process is something we must believe in and let it work.
Okay, thank you once more. The show is done on MBC. At this point, we'll take this musical video from Black Mambazo, Ladysmith, Black Mambazo, South African artist. Remember earlier we brought you something from Salif Keita. Well, these two are in the news at the moment because they have come together to produce a song which is to say no to xenophobia in South Africa. Let's just take a little bit of this. This is Black Mambazo featuring Paul Smith. We'll be back.
Shout Factory TV, changing the channel.
She's a rich girl, she don't try to hide it, got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. He's a poor boy, empty as a pocket, he's empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Sing ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. 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 Diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
Okay, folks, this day in history, this day in African history, we hope you saw that. And at this point, we're calling on you. You want to be part of Dawn on MBC. You have a special event coming up you want us to cover for you. You have an event you want to announce to the people. You have a special request. It's a birthday. It's a coronation. It's an anniversary. Whatever it is you're celebrating, we're here with you to celebrate with you on Dawn on MBC with just a token. You'll be part of the show. Or you want to sponsor our headline news segment, our interview section, you're most welcome. We'll love to hear from you. So at this point, it's almost time for us to go on the show. We hope you've enjoyed every bit of it this week. I have had fun, and I hope you also. I know we're all getting set, getting the outfit ready to hit town this evening for the party. Wherever you're celebrating, whoever is also celebrating, we wish you a very great celebration. So we'll leave you with this wonderful event that happened at the Igbo Catholic Community Center here in the city of Houston, where the bishop visited the community to celebrate his anniversary with them. And this is highlights of what happened during the kids, the children, and the youth performance. It was a cultural performance, which I enjoyed, and we just thought we'll throw this your way just to spice up your weekend and wish you a very great one. Don't forget, you can reach us for sponsorship, advert placement, announcement, request. We're right here for you, Dawn on MBC. Until next week, Saturday, I remain yours sincerely, Jumoke, wishing you a very, very, very beautiful weekend. See y'all.
Since MBC has been at your service, our clients have told us their businesses have been booming, and we found out too. What are you doing about your business? Do you want more clients? Do you want more people to know about the services that you do provide? Do you have a luncheon coming? What about your premieres? Call MBC. Advertise your birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, church program, or request our coverage at your function. MBC, at your service 24/7. Call 832-887-6452 or call 281-888-9502. MBC, your favorite station, sharing African views.
Forget about Christian or Muslim. Nigeria is not a country that is totally Muslim or a Christian. All what we need is somebody that can lead the country to a promised land.